Good morning. Today in this class we shall study about the classification of matter on the basis of either physical state or chemical combination. Because in previous classes we have started 11th unit first, like some basic concept of chemistry, and we have studied over atoms and molecule, and we have to discuss about matter and their classification in this class. Because in all the previous classes we have studied over 12 videos or classes in Hindi medium, but in this class we shall study about classification of matter. It means some basic concept of chemistry, and under this unit we shall study about the second topic, like classification of matter. And upcoming videos will be available in English medium related to unit first, so we can discuss about matter and their classification. Matters are the substances which occupy a space and have mass, that have discussed in previous classes. Because a large number of substances present around us, these all substances occupy a space and have mass, so they are called matter. Definition of matter can be given on the basis of some of the common properties present in them. The two properties in which we can say that every matter occupies a space and have their mass. So these two properties are common properties in all the matters. So on the basis of this common property, the definition of matter can be given. So we have discussed in a previous classes like definition of matter, but in this class we shall study about the classification of matter. Matters are millions in number, so we have to classify into different parts and different groups in order to avoid difficulties and to study them in a detailed manner. So matters have been classified on the basis of two criteria. One of the criteria is the classification of matter on the basis of physical state or physical composition, but another criteria will be the classification of matter on the basis of chemical composition or chemical constitution. These are the two criteria in which every matter can be classified. So we have to study one by one. In this way we see that matters have been classified into the following two criteria. A is classification of matters on the basis of physical state, and B is the classification of matter on the basis of chemical composition. First we have to discuss about the classification of matter on the basis of physical state. We have three main parts, like solid or solid state of matter, liquid or liquid state of matter, gaseous or gaseous state of matter. These all three are the classification of matter on the basis of their physical state. But according to scientists, matter have been classified into 5 different parts on the basis of their physical state, and the fourth state of matter is plasma and fifth state of matter is BEC, it means Bose-Einstein condensate, according to scientists. Among these 5 parts, first 3 are the common in every matter, like solid or solid state of matter, liquid or liquid state of matter, and gas and gaseous state of matter. So we can write first these 3 states. These are the main 3 parts on the basis of physical state. So we can write here, matters have been classified into 3 parts on the basis of their physical state, mainly 3 parts. First is solid or solid state of matter. Another is liquid or liquid state of matter. Third is gas or gaseous state of matter. And fourth is plasma and fifth is BEC, it means Bose-Einstein condensate. We have to discuss about mainly three state of matter, and again we can discuss about plasma and BEC. On the basis of physical state and physical properties, all these matters have been mainly classified into three parts. First is solid or solid state of matter, second is liquid or liquid state of matter, and third is gas or gaseous state of matter. What solid, liquid and gas are, and what are the differences between a solid and a liquid and a gas and a solid. These all matters are under consideration. So we have to study about all these one by one. First is solid or solid state of matter. We can say that the substance which has a fixed volume and a fixed shape, generally known as solid or solid state of matter. So we can say that the state of matter which has a fixed volume and a fixed shape is called a solid or solid state of matter, like iron, cobalt, nickel, duster, chalk, dex, bench. These all are the solid and found in solid state. So we can say that this is the state of matter in which both the shape, size and volume of the substance is fixed. So generally it is known as a solid. So again we can say that the state of matter in which both the volume and the shape is fixed, that is called a solid or solid state of matter. In case of a liquid, we can say that this is the state of matter in which volume is fixed but shape is not fixed. In case of a gaseous substance, we can say that this is the state of matter which has neither a fixed volume nor a fixed shape. Generally, such substances are known as gases or gaseous state of matter. These are only the definition of a solid, liquid and gas. Because every substance is generally made up of atoms and molecules, and these atoms and molecules we have to discuss in previous class as the first topic of first unit of class 11th, like some basic concept of chemistry. So we can say that either solid or liquid or gas is generally made up of very small particles like atoms and molecules. The arrangement of these atoms and molecules either in solid, liquid or gas will be in different manner. That is why on the basis of the arrangement of the particle of like atoms, molecule and ion regarding any solid, liquid or gas, the difference between solid and liquid and gas can be given. So we can say that definition is based on the basis of the particle present in them. We have already known every substance is generally made up of small particles like atom, molecules and ion. So solid, liquid and gases are also made up of very small particles like atom, molecules and ion. The arrangement of these atoms, molecules or ion will be different in solid, liquid or gas. That is why we have to give the definition of a solid. This is the substance or this is the state of matter which has fixed volume and a fixed shape. But in case of a liquid substance, this is the state of matter which has fixed volume but not a fixed shape. In case of a gaseous substance, this is the state of matter which has neither a fixed volume nor a fixed shape. So this is the only definition, but we have to go in detail. So we can say that why a solid substance has a fixed volume and a fixed shape. What is the reason behind it? Similarly, we can say that what is the reason behind it that a liquid substance has a definite volume but not a definite shape. Similarly, we can say that give the reason behind a gaseous substance that A gaseous substance has neither a fixed volume nor a fixed shape. What is the reason behind it? And how can you difference on the basis of density, shape, size, volume, and there are so many properties present either in solid, liquid or gas, and how can you differentiate among these substances on the basis of various properties? So we can say that any substance either solid, liquid or gas is generally made up of very small particles like atoms, molecule or ion. The arrangement of these atoms, molecules or ion in different state of matter will be different. Due to difference in the arrangement of particle, the definition will be changed, the property will be changed. So we can say that a solid substance is made up of very small particles like atoms and molecules, and these atoms and molecules are tightly packed in a solid substance. Due to tightly packed atoms and molecules, the intermolecular distance present between any two solid particles is very small. Due to a smaller intermolecular distances between any two solid particles, the shape, size and volume of the solid substance is fixed. This is the reason. In case of a liquid substance, we can say that a liquid substance is also made up of very small particles like atoms, molecules or ion. These atoms, molecules or ion of a liquid substance are loosely packed together. That is why it has tendency to flow, and generally it is called as fluid. So we can say that the arrangement of particles in liquid substance is different to those of a solid substance as well as those of gaseous substance. So in case of a liquid substance is also made up of very small particles like atoms and molecules, and these atoms and molecules are loosely packed as compared to a solid substance. Due to loosely packed atoms and molecules, the intermolecular distance between any two liquid particles is larger as compared to solid substance. That is why the volume of the liquid substance is fixed, but the shape and size are not fixed. It takes the shape of container in which it is kept. This is because of the arrangement of the particles like atoms, molecules and ion. What intermolecular distance is? The distance between any two solid particle or liquid particle or gaseous particle is generally known as intermolecular distance. So the intermolecular distance in any solid particles is very small. In case of a liquid particle, these are larger as compared to a solid substance, but very large in case of a gaseous substance. In case of a gaseous substance is also made up of very small particles like atoms, molecules or ion. So the intermolecular distance between any two gaseous particles is very large as compared to a solid substance and a liquid substance. Due to larger intermolecular distance, they are very far away from each other and have neither a fixed volume nor a fixed shape, that is called a gas. That is why we can say that the difference between a liquid and and a gas is based on the arrangement of particles. There are so many properties of a solid, liquid and gas. After knowing the definition, we have to discuss some of the properties orally. This is the matter of understanding. So we can say that first we have to discuss about the properties of some solid substances. First is, a solid has a definite shape and definite volume. A solid cannot be compressed much because their particles are tightly packed. Due to tightly packed particles, atoms and molecules, we cannot compress much like solid substances. Another property will be a solid substance cannot flow because only gas and a liquid can flow. That is why both the gases and liquid are called fluids. Some of the properties of liquid we have to know that a liquid has a definite volume but not a definite shape because their particles are loosely packed and the intermolecular distance is large as compared to a solid substance. A liquid substance cannot fill any container completely. Only a gaseous substance can fill their container completely because their molecules are very far away. We can also say that a liquid substance also cannot be compressed much, but a gaseous substance can be compressed much because their molecules are very far away and it is easy to close these particles. So, these are the some basic common properties present either in solid, liquid or gases. These are the classification of matter on the basis of physical state or physical property. So, we can write only the definition of solid, liquid or gas. First is solid or solid state of matter. We can write the definition of a solid in this way. The state of matter which has a fixed volume and a fixed shape is called a solid or solid state of matter. This is the definition of a solid or solid state of matter. We can say that the state of matter which has a fixed volume and a fixed shape is called a solid or solid state of matter. Example will be iron, cobalt, nickel, etc. Another is liquid or liquid state of matter. We can write in this way: the state of matter which has a fixed volume but not a fixed shape is called a liquid or liquid state of matter. As example, water. Third is gas or gaseous state of matter. The state of matter which has neither a fixed volume nor a fixed shape is called a gas or gaseous state of matter. These are the definitions of solid, liquid or gas. This is also necessary, and at the present time the main limitation of students is like that. Students are generally not able to write the definition orally because they are independent over teachers and independent only for understanding, so it is necessary to write the definition also like that. Solid or solid state of matter, the state of matter which has a fixed volume but not a fixed shape is called a solid or solid state of matter. Similarly, we can say that liquid state or liquid state of matter is the state of matter which has a fixed volume but not a fixed shape. Similarly, in case of a gas, the state of matter which has neither a fixed volume nor a fixed shape is called a gas or gaseous state of matter. These are the exact definition of solid, liquid and gas. We have in this class discussed over the property of solid, liquid and gases, their differences on the basis of some property like density, occupying space, mass, compressibility, etc. Another topic will be classification of matter on the basis of chemical property or chemical combination or chemical constitution, because matters have been classified into two criteria. One of the criteria is the classification of matter on the basis of physical state. Another criteria will be classification of matter on the basis of chemical composition or chemical constitution. We can also say chemical properties. So, another topic is the classification of matter on the basis of chemical composition. Classification of matter on the basis of chemical composition. These are the classification of matter on the basis of chemical composition. It is not necessary to write like classification of matter on the basis of chemical composition because I have already written about it. So, we have to write different forms and different terms on the basis of chemical composition because matters have been classified into two criteria. First criteria is the classification of matter on the basis of physical state, that we have already discussed over it. Another is the classification of matter on the basis of chemical composition like that. First, matters have been classified into two parts, that is pure substance and another is impure substance. Impure substance is also known as mixture and further pure substance is being classified in two parts like element, another is compound, and further elements have also been classified into three parts like metal, non-metal and metalloid, and compound will be classified into two parts like organic compound and inorganic compound. Similarly, mixtures have been classified into two parts like homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. These all are the classification of matter on the basis of their chemical composition or chemical constitution. So we have to discuss one by one about them. First we have to focus over matters. Matters have been classified into two parts, like pure substances or impure substances. We have write pure substance, this is the singular form. We can also write as pure substances or impure substances. Two parts. And pure substance is also classified into two parts, like element and compound, and further elements have been classified into three parts, like metal, non-metal or metalloid. It is also known as semi-metal. And further compounds have been classified into two parts, like organic compound and inorganic compound, on the basis of their properties, but the definition of this term will be same. These are the terms based on the properties, because properties of organic compound are totally different with the property of inorganic compound. On the basis of property, these are the two terms. And further, impure substances or mixtures have been classified into two parts, like homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. We have already known about matter, that all the things around us which occupy space and have mass are generally called matters. And pure substances are those substances which have fixed chemical composition. These are the pure substances. All the elements and all the compounds are pure substances, because elements as well as compounds have fixed chemical composition. We take an example, iron is an element. We can divide iron into different parts. We have only iron and iron particles, like iron atoms. No any probability of finding another substance. Similarly, a compound can be obtained by the combination of two or more elements in a different proportion. That is why we can say that a compound is also a pure substance. Like water. Water is a pure substance because it is formed by the combination of hydrogen and oxygen in a definite ratio. So, all the elements and all the compounds are pure substances. The number of elements given in the periodic table, like 118 elements, these all are the pure substances. In case of a compound, compounds are millions in number, and these compounds have been classified into different parts on the basis of their properties. Such all are the compounds, and these all compounds, millions in number, are the example of pure substances. So we can discuss in a line that all the elements and all the compounds are pure substances, and pure substances are those which have a fixed chemical composition. And further, pure substances have been classified into two parts, like element and compound. We can say that an element is a pure substance that cannot be divided into two or more any simpler form of matter. This is the definition of an element. Like iron, cobalt, nickel, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, these are all the elements. So we can say that an element is a pure substance that cannot be divided into two or more any simpler form of matter. Similarly, we can say about a compound. A compound is a chemical substance which is formed by the combination of two or more elements in a different proportion. These are the definition of element and compound, and we can have differences also. So we have to know for the term. First we have to write the definition of all these terms, and again their classification as well as. So we can discuss it as in next class. Thanks.